monks eat. We had complaints in the first years when I was a monk, because sometimes we had these Thai ladies married to Australians, and they'd come and bring food to the 2 monks who were there. This was before Sister Wayama came. And sometimes that the Australian men, the husbands, would complain. They say, "My wife never cooks anything like that for me. This is unfair." And the Thai wife said, "Well, you should become a monk, then I'll cook for you." And we got the most delicious food. And so sometimes people would complain to the monks, "You're supposed to be monks. Why are you eating such delicious food? You should just eat ordinary food, just like bread and water. That's probably the best for you. They would respect you even more." But sometimes I tried that. My first year as a monk, for a practice, I put all the food together, which was disgusting anyway, and I got the spoon and mixed it all up. And I only ate 1 meal a day, and so it was a sludge, it was a slop. And if you saw it, you'd actually pour it out straight away. It wasn't even fit for pigs, let alone for monks. But the trouble was, it was an interesting experiment which I did. Every food, doesn't matter what it was, the sweets, everything in one bowl, and stirred it up till it was absolutely consistent. After a while, it actually started to taste nice. It was a weird thing, but the way that sensuality works, now after a while, no matter what it is, you start to like it. It starts to become attractive, delicious, and tasty. So what it made it very clear to me, it was not the food which was the problem. No matter what food you have there, after a while it becomes delicious and you crave it. Doesn't matter what, sort of as a man, as a male monk, what women you see, after a while, even if they're in burqas, after a while the burqas start to appear sort of attractive. Whatever it is, so the attraction is not in the object out there. And you can like anything after a while. So it's quite clear that the reaction to the dangers of sensuality should never be concerned with the triggers of sensuality. Even in Singapore, they're just going to be opening up a couple of casinos. And obviously the sensuality is the sensuality of gambling, the thrill of it, the excitement of it, is also problematical. But we don't solve that problem by banning all the casinos, because what happens when you ban the casinos, then you have illegal casinos. It's not really the thing outside which is the problem, it's the way we react to them, it's our attitude towards these things. And so I was actually quite glad that I had, because I have a group in Singapore, and they showed me some of these documents and they asked me my opinion about those casinos in Singapore. And I told them, and I'm very glad the Singapore government was actually following. Well, I didn't really follow the advice, it was really I understood what they were going to do anyway. Was actually not to stop these things, but actually to contain the worst parts of gambling, by having legislation in place which can stop the addictive gamblers. And for other people who aren't addictive, actually to show some restraint. And that is actually what's going to be happening in Singapore. So that loan sharks, the money lenders, they can't be in those casinos exploiting people's addictions. Nor if a person is going to that casino too often, their family or even themselves can voluntarily ask for themselves to be banned. If it's going to be causing financial trouble or social trouble, they can be put on the blacklist, and sometimes they volunteer themselves. It's a way of actually dealing with the worst parts of gambling. Because other than that, I remember as a kid, I would have a bet on, in England it was called the Derby or the Grand National, 2 races, horse races, you would bet on every year. And it was only like, 2 shillings or whatever. It was for fun, and you never expected to win anything. If you did, you just shared it with your friends. And that to me never seemed to be like a problem. But of course, that sometimes the addictive gambling is the problem. In the same like the sensuality which ordinary human beings have in the world. I'm not talking about monks now, I'm talking about lay communities.